Good morning, this is Carrie from KDS Insurance Services down in Texas. It's Friday, TGIF. I hope wherever you are, you're having a wonderful Friday and that your upcoming weekend is just wonderful. Be careful. A lot of places in the United States, including Texas and the South, is currently under a heat advisory. We're supposed to be 100 degrees or more and no rain for the next week, so be very careful out there. I wanted to come in today and talk to you about how to prepare yourself for a homeowner's claim. Because we are now in hurricane season, it's really important if you live along the south into the Gulf of Mexico and then up the eastern seaboard, including Florida. It's really important that you are prepared in the event that you do have to open a homeowner's claim. I certainly hope that this year none of us have to worry about this, but it is potentially going to be a very bad hurricane season. So I just wanted to post this video to help you be prepared in the event that we do have any of the really high category storms this year. So it's really important, as I've mentioned previously, to prepare your property, prepare your home. Make sure that there's not a lot of debris around your home. Make sure your trees are trimmed. Those are the two really important big things that you need to have done, and you need to get them done now. But what happens if you have a claim? What happens if we do get a hurricane or even a tornado that comes from that hurricane? What do you do? What are the steps? Well, first and foremost, if your home has damages and there's water involved, it's extremely important that you speak to somebody and call somebody immediately to get the water under control, because water is such a huge factor in these claims that we see on our homeowners policy. So you want to make sure that you've got a good referral for water remediation if you know of a company. If you don't, give me a call and we'll help find you somebody in your geographical location. That's really important. You need to have a good water remediation company available and have that information accessible where you can find it. The next thing you need to do is you need to have some sort of information for a contractor or a handyman or somebody that in an emergency you can call and say, I need you to come put, if you can't do it of yourself, of course, I need you to come and put a piece of wood on all of my windows, or I need you to come and put a piece of wood or some sort of fabric some sort of material on my roof because the hurricane took the roof off the top of my house. You need to have an emergency plan already decided and in place for the hurricane season. So in the event that we have it, you are prepared. This is extremely important. Another thing that I wanted to make sure that you understand is that rising water is considered a flood. When we have hurricanes and tornadoes, what happens is that water that is brought in from the Gulf of Mexico is considered a rising water. That is never, ever, ever covered on your homeowner's insurance. That is considered flood. And you must have a separate flood policy in order for any of that resulting damage to be covered. Okay, and it is covered through a flood policy, not a homeowner's policy. So what is the difference between rising flood water and water damage? Well, water damage in your home is generally water that comes from a broken pipe or water that comes from down in your foundation, from your foundation and backs into your home. There's a big difference between that type of water damage and rising water, which is flood. That's why you have to have a separate flood policy for those resulting damages. So if you have a tornado that comes from a hurricane or the actual hurricane and it comes in and it damages your home, you need to do your due diligence immediately and secure your property. Cover a window that's broken or a door, or if you know that you've got roof damage, take the necessary steps to get that covered, so when you do call your insurance company, they know that you've done everything you could have done to prevent additional damages. That's really important, guys. I'm an insurance agent. I've been in this industry for 40 years, and I'm going to tell you, you have to be prepared. You have to do your due diligence, because it is a claims adjuster's job. Instead of giving you $10, their job is to give you $5. That's the reality. If anybody tells you something differently, they are not being honest with you, okay? I don't believe in that. You need to know the truth, the hard truth, so you're prepared, so nothing comes at you and surprises you along the way. I've seen it happen way too many times in my career as an insurance agent. So, water remediation, you need to have somebody that you can call immediately. You need to also have, if you can't make the immediate repairs yourself, you need to have a contact for some sort of handyman or some sort of contractor that you can call. Now, when these things happen, especially in my experience down here in the Houston area, we get this terrible flooding, and then it's a massive onslaught. Everybody needs a handyman and water remediation and all these type of things. And so what happens is we get this backlog. So if you don't have a relationship already in place with these vendors, I would strongly recommend it. I would also recommend you have some sort of relationship with roofers. That's really important. That's a huge part of these claims that we see from these hurricanes is roof damage. This is why your homeowner's insurance in these areas, in the Gulf Coast, along the Gulf Coast into Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, all those down into Florida, that's why we pay so much money for homeowner's insurance, because we have a lot of things that can happen. We have a lot of perils. We have tornadoes and hurricanes and high wind and you name it, and we've got it, especially here in Texas. So I want you to be prepared. So we have this claim. What do? Well, the first thing you do is take the necessary steps to secure your home. The next thing you do is you contact your agent and make sure that you have the correct information on where to call, what your carrier's name is, what your policy number is. Your agent can confirm how to reach out to the carrier, and they can also confirm the type of deductible that you have, so you know what to be prepared for. Then you will have to contact your carrier and let them know what's happened. In today's world, the carriers need a statement from you, so it's really important for you if you take notes so you know exactly what has happened. If you've spent any money immediately after this event has happened, make sure you keep every receipt. If for some reason you have theft involved, if your house is broken into while it's damaged and you are not home, it's really important. You need to call the police and get a police report, because the insurance company is going to want to know that as well. If this happens on a weekend, what do? Because more than likely you won't be able to reach your agent, because more than likely if your agent's local, your agent's going to be dealing with the same things that you're dealing with. So it's important for you, especially at this time of year, to know where your insurance policy is, who your carrier is, what your policy number is, what your deductible is, and what phone numbers you need to reach out to your homeowners in the event that this happens on a weekend and you cannot reach your agent. Or if it happens during the week and the phone lines and the electricity and all our power is gone, then you're not going to be able to reach your agent anyway, so you're going to need to have this information available to you at the touch of your fingers, so you don't have any delays in the processing of a homeowner's claim. This is so important. I can't stress this enough. Please, please be prepared. As always, thank you so much for stopping by my channel today. These videos are designed to help you understand the crazy world of insurance, so it's not so confusing, because it can be complicated and it can be very, very frustrating. So let's all be prepared. We're in hurricane season. It's a bad season, so make sure that you're prepared before, not after. Of course, if you have any questions about this, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. You can either call the agency, you can stop by our website, www.kds-insurance-services.com. You can always call me. I'm all over social media. On YouTube, I'm on Rumble, and I'm available here to help you. So make it a great weekend. I hope wherever you are, you have a wonderful, safe weekend. Please be careful of that heat advisory, and if you don't mind, take a few minutes to like and subscribe. Please leave me a comment, give me a thumbs up, and please hit that bell so they know the next time that I post a video. Have a wonderful weekend, everybody, and I will catch up with you next week. Take care.